Hey you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I had just finished this really fun NASA portrait two-page layout, and I had made a camera using a die set that I had, and so I decided that would be the perfect thing to use for the Kodak Moment embellishment swap for Ginger's Corner. So I cut out a couple to start with, just to play around with it and figure out what colors I wanted and stuff like that. I had looked on Google on the I think it's a Sizzix die set, just to see some images of it, and then decided to go for it. So this one actually is a stamp and die set. So I'm stamping a little sentiment that says "Making Beautiful Memories," and that goes into the lens. So it's pretty cute. I wasn't sure, what you're supposed to cut that out with. There's a couple of different circles and rings that you use. And then here's a stamp, so excuse my head, that you add a little detail to the die cut. Now, I didn't do that on the NASA page because it was black, but I wanted to add that extra layer and dimension to this one. I'm using some new archival gray ink, and I'm just trying to add a little bit of dimension to the cutouts as I assemble it. So I go pretty slow on this first one just because I'm still trying to figure everything out. And then, as you can see, that pile of scraps beside me, my goal when I do these embellishments is to go into my scrap bin. And so I looked at the different colors, trying to decide what color camera I wanted to make, and I decided to use these turquoise ones. So just different variations of turquoise, and I just get as many sets of the cuts out of each scrap as I can, and then move on to the others. So I just went off and die cut these, and this particular die cut makes a little circle that goes in the center, that goes around that lens, and then it's the perfect size cut out in the middle for the sentiment where you can still glue it onto that circle. If I had used the cutout of the camera, it would have set inside that and then not, you wouldn't have anything to glue it to. So I was kind of guessing on the order of things, but this seemed to work. And then I'm just putting glue around that edge. I am using, excuse me, art glitter glue for my glue. And here I'm just inking each of the parts. And I will show you this one, and then I'll go off and cut all of my components and come back and assemble another one or two with you as well. And I used some holographic star paper for the little flash that's on there, and I think it came out pretty cute. There was a circle on there, and I did add it. I wanted it darker, so I added it, and then I just struggled. I didn't love the look of it on the camera. So some of them have it and some of them don't. I sort of abandoned them at some point. So there's a close-up of one, and now I've gone and cut all my other components. So for Ginger's Corner, you can go there on Facebook. The main monthly swap is 10 items. So you make 10 of probably the same item. It doesn't have to be, though. And then you send them in, and they swap them around, and you get 10 different items back, all using the same theme. So as I said, this theme is Kodak moment. So anything photo related. So some people might be doing film strips. I'm doing these cameras. Other people are doing cameras. Ginger has a video on hers where she did a camera and some film strips behind it that are pretty cute. Well, at least I got my hair colored this week, so you can't see my gray when I lean my head over. So just cleaned off that stamp and set it aside. I'm done with the stamps. Those two, yeah, I'm done with all the stamps, I guess, yeah. So now I'll just assemble another one or two with you, and then I'll come back when I'm done with all of them. So I do try to ink them. As I said, I'm using gray archival ink, Distress Archival. I just don't have a lot of gray inks, and I really definitely wanted the gray on this. So it was pretty quick. I spent probably just over an hour, maybe a little bit more, a little hemming and hawing and getting everything cut. It takes a little while. I have a manual die cutting machine. But it's very relaxing. I was watching the Olympics, which is why I voiced over the whole thing. And you can see here I'm still trying to find where to put that little tiny circle. And the photo that I had it down there at the bottom, but I just wasn't feeling it. All right, so here we're back, and here are all 10 of my photo embellishments, my little cameras. Just showing you a couple of the different color combinations. This one I happen to use a silver ring. Thanks for watching, you guys.